Hey YouTube, how are you doing? My name is Red Eye, everyone's favorite goblin. I've been away for a while. You might not have noticed because I recorded a lot of content in advance and I've had quite a lot scheduled for quite some time. But since I've been away and I've missed some content drops, I figured I should make this little video and give an update, basically. So round about the beginning of June, I caught the dreaded COVID or Omicron or whatever the fuck it's called this week. Or at least something close enough that I had all of the symptoms, but not necessarily getting positive results on COVID tests. I don't know, man. All I know is that I had the symptoms and I felt like shit for 3 weeks. So that was the beginning of June. This is now, it's the 28th, early morning on the 28th of June. As I record this, this will probably be going up later on to this evening. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how long it takes to upload. Wait, other webcam. I don't want you here. Okay, now that that's out the way, and this should probably come down a little bit. There we go. That's fair. See, I'm a professional YouTuber. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's taken me like three and a half weeks to get over this whole Omicron COVID bullshit. And yeah, it's really been like sort of beginning of, well, the week that's just gone. I was gonna say this week, but that would be like yesterday, but you know, it's been sort of the beginning of the week that we've just finished and moved out of. Before I've really felt normal-ish, as normal as I can get, really. Obviously that means that I've missed a week and a half's worth of content. I know Horizon is still going. I know that I think Kingdom Hearts is still going, and I know Detroit is still going. I obviously finished Shadow of the Colossus. I finished Final Fantasy 1. I've also finished Detroit, although it still has episodes to air. Although not a huge amount, if I am remembering rightly. Yeah, it finishes... My spreadsheet is now on this screen, in case anyone's wondering what I'm looking at. Yeah, so it finishes the middle of July, so it still has a little bit of time to go. I missed last week's Kingdom Hearts. I missed the wrap-up of Final Fantasy 1. That's still to come. I still have to record it. I haven't even finished writing the script yet. It's in progress. I know most of what I'm saying. I just haven't gotten around to putting the finishing touches. I'm recording that yet. So with the finishing of both Shadow of the Colossus and Final Fantasy, and obviously Detroit, but that's a little bit further in the future, I have new series to start. Oh yeah, I've also been missing Sniper Elite 5. Those were uploaded. I literally haven't had the brain power to come up with snappy titles and do all of the back-end stuff to schedule those, but they're uploaded. They will be coming. I will do that probably when I'm finished recording this, actually, while it's fresh in my head. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have new series. Sirai? I'm recording new games. There we go. One should be fairly obvious because it's a part of the Final Fantasy series, so obviously we're going to go into Final Fantasy 2. We finished Final Fantasy 1, now we're going to move on to Final Fantasy 2. I'm not promising that I'm playing them all in numerical order. I toyed with the idea of jumping forward and doing like Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy 12 after Final Fantasy 1, but I haven't played 2 and I kind of want to. So yeah, that's I'm not doing it in numerical order. I'm doing it in, hey, I want to play this game now order. So don't like expect like Final Fantasy 2, then Final Fantasy 3, then Final Fantasy 4, etc., etc. because that ain't gonna happen. Well, it might not happen. It may also happen. No promises. Yeah, now I need to look at the spreadsheet. In place of Shadow of the Colossus, I'm going to be doing Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a little bit. It skews a little bit more towards the shootery type game, but it does have some fairly concrete RPG elements to it, so I feel okay including it here. It's also a game that I've been really looking forward to playing literally ever since it was announced, and it had some issues when it was first released. I don't know if I've actually talked about them on this channel before, but I will talk about them in great depth in the first Ghostwire video. I have no doubt about it. But yeah, for like the 3 or 4 weeks after it first released, it was literally unplayable if you were playing in resolutions above 1080p, and I obviously I game at 4K now, so yeah, I'm just a little bit above that. So that is coming on a Tuesday, Final Fantasy 2 on a Wednesday. On Thursday, I toyed with the idea of doing Beyond Two Souls, another game by the same developers that did Detroit Become Human. And I am going to do that in the future, but I didn't want to go straight from one into a game that is very similar, or you know, at least like as similar as like this is a game the developers have done, and it's basically it's not the same game, but it's a similar like style. So instead we are going to do. I didn't actually write this one down, but yeah. Okay, we are going to do Jedi Fallen Order. It's another game. I tried it briefly. I think I streamed it for a couple of evenings and really enjoyed it, and I just never quite got around to picking it up again. So we're going to start from the beginning again. We're going to look at that, and we're going to enjoy it, or else. Side quest wise, I obviously have Sniper Elite 5 on a Thursday. We will be scheduling that out again so that it is it picks up probably from next week. So that will be probably the 7th of July that comes back into rotation. I've also been recording Portal 2 with a friend, dear friend of mine. That will be hitting soon. I don't actually have a defined date for that. Other side quests, I don't remember if I talked about Final Fantasy Origins Stranger Paradise while we were playing through Final Fantasy 1. But I'm going to be doing that as well. I don't have a start date for that. It's coming type announcement rather than a hey, we're starting this on this date. Stranger Paradise is basically Final Fantasy 1 if it were an action RPG in the vein of Bayonetta, because it's by the same guys that did Bayonetta. But yeah, it's like the Final Fantasy 1 storyline, but it's an action RPG in the vein of Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, that kind of thing. It looks really interesting. The skill trees look fantastic, so I want to try it. So that will be on a Wednesday at some point, whenever I decide to kick that up. I'm going to be taking some time to catch back up with recording all of the main quests, especially with Ghostwire Tokyo, Final Fantasy 2, and Jedi Fallen Order. Not even started recording those yet, so it's probably gonna be like maybe the end of July before these new side quests start, while I catch up with those. But yeah, I think that's everything I need to talk about. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. So I hope you haven't missed me too much. I apologize for missing out on providing you with my high class entertainment as always. Um, but yeah, that's the deal. That's what's been going on with Red Eye recently. So yeah, until I see you next time, I hope you all have fantastic days, and I'll see you. Well, I won't see you this evening because I'll see you on Friday. See you on Friday for some Kingdom Hearts. Bye.